Hello friends, as you know now, cash crunch situation and these are of no use. So the government after 8th of November they gave notifications like these in the newspapers that were telling about the new 2000 and 500 rupee notes. That was a notification in the newspaper for the 500 rupee note, and there is a notification for a 2000 rupee note. So these were some directions or maybe identification points how to identify the new original notes. So I'm going to tell you a little about both of these notes. So here I have a 500 rupee note, a new one, and a 2000 rupee note. Here you go. So here I'll put both of them. Actually the 500 one is a little quite smaller, not little. It is comparable to the current 20 rupee note, just a little big, and both the notes have these white borders on them. So these are pretty nice notes. So let's see, as per the RBI, what are the new identification points for both the notes. So both these notes have a see-through register in denomination numeral. So the register is maybe this thing. Let me just. So this is the 2000 rupee note, and the first change is there's a see-through register in denomination numeral. So it is present on both the notes here, this, and if seen in the light you can see 2000 on the top. Same in the 500 rupee note. 500, this is an identification. And then the second one is latent image of denomination numeral. So here below you can see there is you see 500. Then again same in the 2000 rupee note, you can see the 2000 written if you tilt the note. Then the third one is denomination numeral in Devanagari. This is Devanagari, and in both the notes you can see 2000 and 500 written in Devanagari. So quite a lot of use of the Indian language. Orientation and relative position of Mahatma Gandhi portrait changed in both the notes. So here in the earlier notes, Gandhiji's picture was on the right hand side of the notes. These are the older notes. But in the current new notes, Gandhiji's picture is almost in the center of both the notes. This is the 500, and in the 2000 rupee note, it is almost in the center. See. So that is the fourth change. Then windowed security thread changes color green from blue when note is tilted. The same thing that was present, the security thread, the green to blue color change. The only difference in the security thread of both the notes is that the 500 rupee note only has written RBI Bharat, but the 2000 rupee note has RBI Bharat 2000 written on it. Let me show it to you guys. If again it is first let's see if it changes color. See, you can see it's changing color in blue. Right now it's green, changes color into blue, and the same thing happens with this one. This 2000 written, when seen like this, it is green, but when tilted both these thread and the 2000 written both change color, both change to blue. And the same happens for the 500 rupee note. See, right now it's green. On tilting it becomes blue. And as I said, it is not quite visible in the, I would have to use external help. You see, can you guys see? RBI Bharat and 2000 written on the security thread in the 2000 rupee note, and only RBI and Bharat written on the security thread. I'm sorry for this, but it was not visible in the video. So a guarantee clause with the governor's signature with promise clause and RBI emblem. So the guarantee clause here, as it was always written, I promise to pay the bearer the sum of 2000 rupees, and I promise to pay the bearer a sum of 500 rupees. मैं धारक को 500 रुपये या 2000 रुपये अदा करने का वचन देता हूँ. With the current governor sign on both the notes, and the RBI emblem shifted towards the right. Guys, this is what you have to check. This emblem should be there, and the full emblem should be there, because some counterfeit notes have been caught in the market. Those were photocopies of these notes, and maybe some poor guy who got fooled by this. So this emblem should be fully on the note. Portrait and electrotype watermarks of Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, this was also present in the earlier notes, but it was on the left hand side of the note. These are the older notes. This is the watermarks on the notes. These were electrotype watermarks here on top of both the notes. So these have been shifted to right now in the newer notes. See. In the light you can see Mahatma Gandhi clearly. See, electrotype watermarks, and you can also see 500 and 2000 written on both the notes. So let's move on to the next one. Number panel with numerals growing from small to big. So number panels on the bottom right hand side and the left top corner. So numbers are growing in size from left to right. Same in the 2000 rupee note. So the next, the denomination in numerals with rupee green to blue on bottom right. I've shown you guys this one. The denomination in numerals, it turns from green to blue in both the notes when tilted. See, blue, it's gone blue. Right now it's green, it becomes blue in both the notes. This 2000 rupee numeral, it is also a similar kind of thing. So the next point is Ashoka pillar emblem on the right. That has already been mentioned. Ashoka pillar emblem on both the right hand sides of the note. Some interesting things for the visually impaired. Horizontal rectangle on the 2000 rupee note. This is for the people who are visually impaired and can read braille, so they can feel like this. So there is, you can see closely, there's a rectangle and there's 2000 written inside it. People, it is actually a bit a different kind of printing, maybe something that blind people can read easily. So in the 2000 rupee note, it is written in a rectangle 2000, and in the 500 rupee note, it is written in a circle. And and there are some bleed lines on both sides of the note. These can also be felt, and you know, the visually impaired people can actually know what note it is. On the 500 rupee note, there are 5 bleed lines on both sides of the notes. 5 on the right, 5 on the left. And in the 2000 rupee note, there are 7 bleed lines. 7 on the left, 7 on the right. And now let's see what are the identification features on the reverse. So on the left hand side, there is the note denomination written in Devanagari, 500 rupee, and the year of printing of the note. See, 2016. And same on the 2000 rupee note, 2000 rupee, and 2016. Both the notes are now sporting the Swachh Bharat logo. As you can see, Swachh Bharat mission, ek kadam swachhta ki or. As our Prime Minister is really, you know, into cleaning India, and I also support him. Clean India, Green India. Swachh Bharat logo with slogan, year of printing, done, and language panel towards the center. There are, you know, couple of languages. Actually 15 languages. Sorry for the pause. I was counting the languages. I don't know. Actually, there are a lot of dialects and languages in India, but there are 15 languages in which the denomination of the note is written. 500 rupee, 500 rupiah, and in Bengali, Gujarati, and Tamil, Kannada. I don't even cannot, you know, identify some of the languages. And some interesting features in the 500 note, I will tell you these later. But another thing is there's Mangalyaan, the Indian Space Research Organization's first Mars mission that was done earlier this year. So it is the Mangalyaan that went to Mars this year. So there's a motif of the Mangalyaan on the 2000 rupee note on the reverse side, and there's a red fort on the reverse side of the 500 rupee note. A very interesting thing about the 500 rupee note is that there is a tricolor on the 500 rupee note on the top of red fort, and it is actually a tricolor. I'll bring it closer. Can you see? It is actually a tricolor. It is the national flag of India, and it is actually in the 3 colors saffron, white, and green. That is a huge identification factor of the 500 rupee note. This is, you know, this kind of thing should have also been done in the 2000 rupee note, but very good differentiating factor that we have got for the 500 rupee note. And so actually some other features also I would like to tell you guys that are from the point of security of the notes. You would be able to see these you know, dots on the notes here, and on the left hand side also here. On the 500 rupee note also it is on the left hand top side. So these are actually Urian printing. This is a kind of special printing which prevents these notes from being photocopied or scanned. So if you try to scan these notes, the scanner will give you an error message that the banknote images cannot be scanned or photocopied. So this is a security feature that has been added from a long time, since I think the 96 or maybe 2000. So this pattern actually helps in identifying if somebody is trying to print a note or scan a note and try to do some bad stuff with it. Actually, these Urian patterns were also present in the earlier notes. These are the earlier notes. Here on the top side on both the notes. It were not quite visible and we didn't even give a damn about it. So these actually have been on our notes for quite a long time, but we have never noticed. So guys, try to find alternate ways to pay until you get your hands on these, because these are no longer of use. So try to use alternate ways and or spend less. Until then, see ya. Cheese. PS, I forgot to tell, I will give all these pointers and features of the new 2500 rupee notes in the description below, so you guys can, you know, if you don't understand my English, but it's pretty bad, so you can read it out and you can match it with the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.